Hi, my beautiful Virgos. Welcome to my channel, Universal Power Tarot. My name is Marta. These messages I bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys and myself as well, of course. You guys, I really hope you're all well and that you're safe and that you are able to stay in a positive vibe if possible, right? I really hope that for you because it just feels so much better to be in that. So I really hope that you're in that. Yeah, it's so interesting with all the events that are unfolding, and yeah, excuse me, I can definitely feel the divine feminine is on the rise. Like I can so feel that. It's crazy, like Isis energy, whatever, Oshun, everything is so incredibly present, and with that a lot of old stuff is rising up within us, and I just felt I needed to include that in the video because even yesterday it was on my mind constantly, and today too, and I'm currently working on integrating, not really working, they're integrating themselves. I'm not really doing, I'm working through the process, or with the process rather, because they're integrating themselves. They also rise up, I feel. So it's something like it's rising up from below, from the root, right? But it's also coming in from above. So there's a lot of stuff that is coming together right now, and this does not exclude males at all, because it's the same with you guys, right? We all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So what we feel is a lot of anger rising up, and that's the divine feminine. That's all the suppressed anger that wants to rise up, right? About all the injustices. And I'm not saying that males have been treated just. You haven't, because look at the way you've been brought up, like keep your feelings down, men are not supposed to cry, that sort of a thing, right? That's been suppressed. That anger of the suppression is rising up, you guys, okay? And deal with it in terms of, you can write it down, you need to sit with it, because if you let it linger, it's just going to keep pushing. And since the energy from above is coming in as well, that's creating tension. The more you let that go unchecked or unnoticed because you're trying to push it away, or might try to push it away, work with these energies, guys, because then alleviation is happening very quickly. Because that's about topics, often about childhood topics that will be popping up, like really significant stuff that will catapult us, like collectively and individually, to a totally different level here, you guys, okay? Yeah. Yeah, write it down. Like really be honest about what it is. What's the emotion really about? Is it hurt? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Being shamed into not being able to cry? How bad is that? How bad is that? That's horrible for a child to experience, right? That's horrible. Like, you are not allowed to feel this and that. Says who? Says, and since when? Like, this is a generational thing, right? Very generational thing. And it's time now. It's time now for it to be resolved, And I really wanted to get that out there, whomever this reaches, but it seems to be very, very important. I also included today, I really felt the strong need to include my new deck, the Isis Oracle deck from Elena Fairchild. Thank you so much, Inger. Hi, Inger, if you're watching this. Thank you. All right, I'm not going to include it in the reading, but it's there as a present energy, okay? You guys, yeah, now that that's been said, we're going to hop right into your reading. I already pre-shuffled all of your cards, you guys. I'm going to put a timestamp in case you don't want to listen to what I have to say. That's fine too. The intro right now. And yeah, it's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you, you guys. First card is out already. Second also. Third, fourth. All right. Wow. Okay, good. Oh, wow. Good. It's a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you guys. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. You can reverse the placements. It's not gender specific. It's not time specific either, so whenever the message reaches you, or the title of a reading, no matter if it's your sign or not, you find that attractive or you feel pulled towards it, then that's your reading at that time and could have a message in it for you, okay? All right, that's it. You can reverse the placements. I don't know if I mentioned that. I keep forgetting. All right, Virgo, let's hop into your reading. Look who we have here. Very fitting to the intro. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. This is you, of course, right? Someone who went through a lot of hurt, I feel. A lot of hurt, like really hurt heart. Like, I almost want to say F that. F that. F all that. F all of you. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's that kind of a feeling, but that's that fed upness, right? That's that I am so sick of getting hurt. I am so sick of having to go through everything over and over again. But it's also someone, all the deceit and the lies and misconceptions and all that, right? All that, this is big stuff, right? Really big, essential stuff, like really essential stuff that's gonna, that is affecting us on a very essential level. Okay, so but she is not one that wallows in that feeling for too long, because she is a very smart queen or king, right? Again, not gender specific. So it is someone, I'm talking to a person who knows and who feels through that process and takes that to elevate to a different level. It's much like, yeah, you, when life gives you lemons, you start to make lemonade, because do you want to keep sucking on that sour stuff? Not really, maybe for the vitamin C, but if you add some sugar to it, it's something else. It's about transformation, transforming what you have into something that is a lot more beneficial to yourself and also to your surroundings, like collectively speaking also, of course. And the wind of change is blowing. The wind of change actually might be a song you might want to listen to. It's very soothing also. Yeah, totally. Listen to that song, The Wind of Change. Is it Simon and Garfunkel? I can't quite remember, but Wind of Change. Oh my God, I see that blowing through it. Very strong, actually, but in its strongness, very soft. That's interesting. It's very interesting. I see this in her veil and the I don't know how you call these ones here. They're flowing, right? It's quite strong for it to even blow these things, right? Because they're heavy, but they're blowing. But it's not, she's not being blown away by this at all. She stands very strong in her aligned female power and energy. Again, not gender specific. This is just as much for males as it is for females, okay? Good. Very aligned with that female energy, very strong. All right. Oh. Two of Cups. You have the Two of Cups, Virgo. This is to me about reciprocity immediately. This is also the storm settling. Storm settling, no more wind, no more wind. It's about reciprocity. And maybe sometimes, or definitely in this case, not having received that and always wanted that, always yearning for that. It's also about the alignment of the divine feminine, divine masculine, finding the balance within ourselves, because that's what that is. These are reflections. It's reflected on the outside. When we're lacking in our feminine abilities to nurture, to express our feelings and all that, right? Then the masculine is almost overpowering the feminine. And again, not gender specific. I feel like I really need to mention this here, because it isn't. It's within us and it shows on the outside, right? It's a balancing process that happens within. Oh, wow. You've got the 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles. That's amazing. And that's what you want, right? Stability, a really stable relationship and commitment, one that is attentive, one that is where there are no lies, right? Where there is no deception, because you feel that's just not necessary. And for some of you, you might also not understand how people can even act that way. A good tip here is to try to put yourself in that position of deception, and how really get comfortable in that feeling of deception. Imagine you would be deceiving someone. Part of you, and that's also a suppressed part, and this is very important, very, very important. Part of you, whether you can admit it at this point or not, is enjoying deception. That's human nature. It is human nature. Just somewhere along those lines, maybe very early in childhood, you have been taught dramatically that deception is not good. Maybe even by the people that were deceiving you. Do you know what I mean? But this kind of morale has been with you all along. And it is also something that has been keeping you in the dark about the deception of others, just because it was so taboo in the past that that even to the point that you couldn't see it in others, because you were like, okay, almost like it doesn't exist, when really that does exist. It does exist. So the advice here is to put yourself in the position of the people that are doing the deception, in the form, and this is in the realm of unconditional love, in the form of compassion. It's not to say go out and embrace these that are deceiving you. Not at all. That's not the intention. It's about self-empowerment, okay? That's what that is, and that's why I'm saying it, and that's why they're saying it, and they're bringing it through. And it's so much information that it's hard for me to, I hope I'm bringing it forward the right way. So, coming back to that topic, if you accept that part of yourself, that is indeed someone who deceives, right? Because you're deceiving yourself, sweeties. You're deceiving yourselves in this by not seeing it, by not allowing yourself to see this. And this is not something that comes by easy at all. I know this. I really do. I really, really do. This is something that's quite tough. And my heart goes out to you. It really, really does. And I'm working through that right now, actually. I'm working through that specific thing right now. And I feel it's so incredibly essential, because then you are really able to let that go. Then and only then. That's the feeling that I have, because I've struggled with that for so long, and not being able to see that in other people. Because yeah, just for what just came through, that's exactly it. I'm like, wow, yeah, exactly. So allow yourself again to be in that position of, wow, this feels good, you know, all the power that comes with that. Really allow yourself, because it has been so taboo to you. Allow yourself to be in that. Be like, yeah, deceiving other people is so awesome, because there is a part in you that wants that. And when you suppress that part so long, then it will rise up in a major way. And also, because it is so suppressed, this is the part that's going to help you see the deception in other people, and allows you to accept that part within yourself, in order for them to be more compassionate and loving towards the collective, right? And again, it does not mean stand in that deception and take it. I do not mean that at all. Do not take deception. Do not. But this will help you move forward. This will help you move forward. I really hope I did express it in a way that you can take it, because I know that this is a very, very sensitive topic. And even a couple of days ago, if you would talk to me about this in such a way, I would have been like, oh no. And I wouldn't have understood it either, because I was like, I don't get it. How am I supposed to love unconditional someone that just hurt me in such a major way, someone that deceived me in such a major way? And I'm still not quite there yet, to be honest with you, but this reading is also helping me realize what is going on in the background, and that's what that is, right? So yeah, you do with this information as you see fit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you've got the stalemate. That's exactly it, right? Excuse me. Yeah, it's that internal battle. That internal battle. It's a lot about morale and about values and value systems, and that something is not okay, but the other is. This is also something that is a very edgy topic. It's just in the same way as what we just described is, right? That's what that is. It's very hard for us to actually admit to ourselves what is going on, and that there is indeed a part within ourselves that would act in a certain way that we do not condone. We do not condone under certain circumstances. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Oh my goodness, yes. Virgo. That's that love offer. That's the compassion that they were talking about, right? And that's exactly that. It's like the coming together, the flowing of the emotions, and that's that you as the Queen of Swords is coming back into that state, and into, that's about heart chakra opening, right? Matter of factly about the chest opening, the chest opening. Yeah, the chest opening, letting go of that, letting go of that. It's about a big release process that is happening to you right now, or has just occurred to you. Like either you're just going through it, or you have come out on the other side of that, or you're just starting to go through it and starting to grasp it, depending on where you are in your journey. Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah. And I see this has to do with trauma, because what I see here is blood vessels and nervous system connections, like the nerves that we have underneath the skin. What happens when we experience trauma is like they freeze. And when we allow the healing to come back in, like on a physical level, then these will free up and the blood will flow a lot more freely. It's so interesting, that experience, when that really actually happens and when you feel that. So trauma therapy is still catching up in this area and just starting to be on the verge of understanding that it's not just the mind, because we do understand things, right? It's much like with reading books, but when we go through it, when we actually experience it, our body feels it is a physical sensation, right? Much like when you're in love, it's not in your head, or it is maybe in your head, right? But it's also your body reacts, like everything, hormones, everything. So if you reverse that to the other things, you might imagine what that does to your body when you experience trauma. You see that? I hope I'm making it clear. So that's what I see here. So these vessels, these nerve, oh my goodness, nerve, how are they called? The strands of the nerves, they're getting freed, right? They're getting freed, making room for a lot more love and light. Absolutely, that's what that is. And you're diving deep into this topic. And again, then out of that position, you can offer it to other people. And someone might also offer that to you, because you're just radiating that out into the world. It's much in the sense of vibration, because you're sending out that vibration. So that's very attractive, right? Very, very attractive. We have the guide here, that's Sagittarius energy, enlightenment, total enlightenment. It started to trickle in. That's on the realm of, like I said, okay, here, your body, and then something, or your root is rising up from your root, and then it comes in from the heavens, the heavenly realms as well, right? Divine. So divinely orchestrated, it is coming in, trickling in, started to trickle in. Maybe in the beginning you might not have noticed it, and then all of a sudden it's like whoosh, like the stream, much like that wind blowing that I described earlier. It's strong, it is strong, but you still stand, like almost like there is no wind. It's crazy, because you're like such a strong, like an old oak, or like a strong oak. You know how big and powerful they are, how strong their root system must be in order to carry that huge tree, in order for it to be balanced. So that's very, very important for you to be able to then grow those sprouts out and spread yourself even more here, even more. Okay, you guys, that happened to me in the Leo reading as well. We're already 18 minutes in, so I'm going to stop here with the tarot cards and draw an Angels and Ancestors Oracle card for you here. Before I do that, if this resonated with you and you would like to follow me, you can do so either on Vimeo or on Patreon. The links are down below in the caption. Vimeo is for single extendeds. Patreon, if you would like to... well, if you're watching for more than one sign, first of all. And there's every extended ever created, you will get access to these. And also there's a little bit more extra. There's another option too for you. Also, I currently offer private readings still open to some of them. And they're 20% off for the next month, roughly, and then they're gonna go back to regular pricing. Okay, you guys. Now, that being said, Virgos, winter. Take care of your needs. I love that already. Yes, yes. So much awesomeness coming from this card already. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me read that one for you. Seasons. Winter. Take care of your needs. Do everything you need to be at your best. Then move forward. Then move beyond your fears and limitations. For many of the animal realm, winter is the time of hibernation and retreat. You may wish to curl up in a ball too. But although you may not feel as bright as you'd like to be, a primal force within is encouraging you to continue. The winter card features a wolf, one of few animals that stay active all year round. Wolves know what it's like to work alone or thrive within a pack. So if you feel you need to go at it alone at this time, know that wolf medicine will help you move beyond your insecurities and relax in your own space. You have the opportunity to move beyond your fears. Although you may feel in the dark, get comfortable with being in the unknown and trust that the light within you will sustain you through what may seem a challenging process. Ask yourself what you need to do to feel supported and alive. You may uncover something from your past that you have buried deep. This is wrapping up the reading, you guys. Know that, or confirming, know that when you unearth it and shed light on it, you create space for miracles. Exactly. Really, 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 really. You may feel like a lone wolf right now, but it's time for you to be the alpha. When the winter card arrives in the future position of a spread or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming winter will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. All right. One more guardian. Thank you, angel card. Oh, you have self-criticism. Self-criticism. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate towards yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace these negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. You are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you are less than perfect. Remember that God and divine perfection exists in all things. Yeah, that's also like really confirming the whole reading here. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support and love. Oh my God, all of your donations, booking private readings, going over to Vimeo and becoming patrons. I am so grateful to you. Thank you so much. And you have no idea how much your comments sometimes touch me. I mean, it's I love to read your comments, right, naturally, but some of you almost seem to know like when I need encouragement for the work that I do here, and when they just come in at the most amazing time. So you have no idea how much you're doing for me as well by writing positive comments, because you're lifting up all of us. So really, I'm very, very grateful to you for doing that. And yeah, I hope this was helpful to you. And I'll see you over on Vimeo, Patreon, or next time. Bye, you guys. Much love and light.